Let's have a quick look at tables. For the scope of our study, we're going to keep it pretty basic. To insert a table, go to the Insert tab, and then click on Table. The quickest way to insert a table, mouse over how many columns wide and how many ever rows deep you need, and then start entering your text. To advance from one cell to the next, press Tab. If you get to the end of the last row and press Tab again, it will automatically create a new row. We can add new rows or columns by selecting a cell, going to the Table Tools Layout tab, and we can insert a row before, a row after, a column to the left, or a column to the right. We can move around our table with our arrow keys. Some useful tools are being able to split and merge cells. To demonstrate that, let's add a row at the top, and then let's say we want to create a title that covers all the columns in the first row. With all the cells in the first row highlighted, click on Merge Cell. And that turns all the highlighted cells into a single cell. The table inserted by highlighting numbers of rows and columns defaults to taking up the whole width of the page. If we want to insert a table that only takes up as much space as required by the data, go to Insert, select Table, and go down to Insert Table. Select how many rows and columns you want, and select Auto Fit to Contents. And now we've got a very narrow table because there's no data in it, and columns are only meant to be as wide as the data requires. Instead of adding a title at the top of the table, sometimes a caption is useful. So go over your table, hover over this cross in the top left, right click, and go Insert Caption. We can change the height of rows and the width of columns by selecting some cells, going to the Layout tab, and using this height and width. We can change the alignment of text in cells by selecting some cells, and then again on the Layout tab. Under Alignment, we have 9 different options. We can change the direction that the text faces by clicking cells and clicking text direction. We can also use cell margins to adjust where the text lines up. In addition to being able to merge cells, we can also split cells. So if we select a cell, click Split Cell, and it gives us the option to enter a number of columns and a number of rows. For our scope, that's the extent we need to know about tables.